Hello and welcome to quarantine episode number 2. We're still up here in the Colorado mountains, and today we are talking about how to tell if a drummer is really great by just looking at them, and second of all, visual learning on the drums. Let's get right into it. Alright, first right off the bat, you guys, we're going to talk about how you can tell if a drummer is really great by just looking at them. So the first thing I look for, right as someone is coming on stage and going up to the drums, if somebody goes up on stage and just starts noodling around the drums, usually that kind of shows people subconsciously that you don't really know what you're doing, and that you need to noodle around on the drums for a second to let people know that you know what you're doing on the drums. Every really incredible drummer I watch goes up on stage and just sits there with great posture, picks up their sticks maybe, but doesn't play a note until the first beat of the first song. And all the best drummers I've seen, like Marcus Gilmore, Jack DeJohnette, Matt Wilson, Jeff Hamilton, all these people do not play a note before the first beat of the first song. Second of all, and I already kind of mentioned this, is good posture. People that walk onto stage and just go up to the drum throne and start going like this, usually that does not provide a good message to your audience. And usually the best drummers, like those people I've been talking about, Marcus Gilmore, Matt Wilson, Jeff Hamilton, Eric Harland, all these great drummers, walk up and they sit on the front of the seat on the drum set. This makes it so that your back sits up straight naturally, you have a lot more range of motion when you have good posture, and once again, this just naturally tells humans that you know what you're doing and that you have some confidence in your playing. And thirdly, the thing that I look for when people are walking onto stage is the actual act of them walking onto stage. Usually, people will carry themselves very differently if they're a great drummer. Usually it just shows that they have a little more confidence in their playing and that they know what they're doing. They're assuring the audience that they know what they're doing. And this is a really great word I like to use, assurance. Me and Matt Wilson talk about this a lot. There's confidence and then there's assurance. Confidence has a little bit of ego involved with it, and it has a little bit too much selfness into it. And assurance involves the entire audience or any people that you're playing for, and it assures the people that you know what you're doing without having it be a really ego-heavy type of thing. So another thing I want to talk about today that's really intertwined with what we were just talking about is actually how to get a great sound on the drums. And the way that I think of how to get a sound on the drums is watching people play drums and thinking of the motions they make to make that sound on the drums. And in the past few weeks, I've kind of started to realize that I'm a very visual learner in this way. And it might seem kind of ironic that a visual learner is going to be playing drums or music, but actually, this is a really great way to learn music and learn drums specifically. One of the ways I do this is I watch my favorite drummers, people like Bill Stewart, like Marcus Gilmore, Jeff Hamilton, Roy Haynes, Matt Wilson, and many other people. You just have to watch them play the drums. So the first thing I try to look for when I'm watching a really great drummer for motion is I look at the grip of their stick. And I made a whole video about this called The New Fulcrum that you should watch if you haven't watched that already. But yeah, it's how the drummer specifically grips the stick, and this is one of the most important things for cymbal sound and for drum sound. A lot of really great drummers hold the stick back here with the back two fingers, but a lot of people have like the original fulcrum, which is in the thumb and the pointer finger. These are both great ways to do things, but this is a really important thing to unlocking a certain drummer's sound. So the second thing I always try to look for when I'm watching a great drummer is where they hit the drum. Most really great drummers like Tony Williams will absolutely consistently, and this is ridiculous how consistently they do this, always hit the drum exactly in the middle. This is a really important part of a lot of drummers' sounds, like people like Bill Stewart and like Tony Williams. You almost cannot find a single time that they do not hit the drum in the middle. And this greatly relies on motion and how they visually play around the drums. You can't hit the drum consistently in the middle every single time if you don't have the exact motion to bring you to the middle of the drum. This is all a visual thing, and it's how you move from one drum to the next, hitting it in the middle each time. So the third thing I look for in drummers is stick height. And this is another thing that Tony Williams is notorious for. He has stick height where he's almost hitting himself in the face sometimes because he has such a powerful sound. And although he has his sticks almost hitting his face on every stroke, he is consistently hitting the drum in the middle and making a really incredible sound. So you want to watch how high people are bringing the sticks off the drum with each stroke. And number 4, and one of the most important, is body position around the drums. Specifically, again, with Tony Williams, he usually has 2 or 3 floor toms. And when you're playing the third floor tom way down here, You want to see how he's moving his body to get down there. Usually really great drummers are not moving their arm way out like this to play a drum. Usually they'll just be rotating their body down to the drum like this. And this is a really important thing to take note of, especially with drummers that are similar to your body type. I have a really unique body type because I'm 6'6", so I have a really wide range of motion like that. But people like Tony Williams really have to rotate their body to get to the lower toms. So yeah, this is a really interesting thing to look for, body position, when you're at the different parts of the drum set. So lastly, I'm gonna leave you guys with a few of my favorite drummers to watch for motion and sound. So we got Bill Stewart, Marcus Gilmore, Tony Williams, Matt Wilson, Jeff Hamilton, Roy Haynes, Jimmy Cobb, and many, many others. There's a lot of great drummers that are really young right now that have this really dialed in. So yeah, guys, I hope this makes you think of drumming in a different way today. It's a great thing to be thinking about in this time where we're all quarantined in our houses. We can be watching videos of great drummers and trying to mimic their motions and therefore their sound on the drums. So thanks again for watching today, you guys. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, please go down below and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you liked this video in specific. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.